Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Izola here with FlickDirect, and I got my hands on the piece-by-piece Blu-ray and thought I'd share my thoughts about it. So grab your popcorn, sit back, relax, and let's get this started. Now, I don't know about you, but I love a good documentary. And what's better than just your regular documentary, making it an animated Lego movie? I mean, that's pretty genius, but do we expect anything less from Pharrell Williams? I mean, the man is a genius and he's been doing things since, I don't know. The man doesn't age. He's much older than me, but still, he looks like he's in his 20s. It's hilarious. But anyway, we have piece by piece, and this actually takes you on Pharrell Williams' journey from when he started to where he is today. I really think that this is a fresh and fun way to really get people to watching documentaries. I don't think that enough of them are watched or taken seriously, but I guess I shouldn't say that. But this just makes it a little more fun for kids and adults alike. And at 93 minutes, you're really getting your money's worth because, I mean, it could have been longer, to be honest, because there is a lot to talk about in Pharrell's life. This documentary touches on his start with the Neptunes, his solo career, and like I said, his repertoire is, and it's not just music. This man has done everything, and a couple things that maybe, the kids don't need to know about, but overall, the genius has really lived a very full and entertaining life. Another thing that I really enjoyed about this was learning things that I didn't actually know about Pharrell, like how he appeared on SWV and Rex and Effect songs. And if you don't know who those groups are, you definitely need to check them out. Yes, they are on Spotify, but if you do not have Rump Shaker or Weak on your playlist, we need to have some words, because those two songs, albeit completely different on the music scale, are definitely some that you should know, or at least listen to once or twice. Piece by Piece cleverly blends entertainment with insight, which just makes it family friendly without losing any depth. So again, kids and adults alike will really enjoy this. I mean, come on, you've got a catchy soundtrack, you've got the Lego animation, and I don't care what you say, Legos are for children and adults. If you go to the Lego store right now, you could buy an orchid kit. What kid's gonna want to play with orchids? Okay, that's for us. And even the Harry Potter stuff. I mean, come on, I would have fun with that too. And Star Wars. There's, again, lots of things that adults and children alike can come together and agree upon. So yeah, if you've got kids, you want to bond, Legos are definitely the way to go. And maybe you can introduce them to some of the music that you grew up on by watching this movie. But I think the most important piece of this movie is that you're really seeing how much of an impact Pharrell has had on music itself. And again, that's not to say that he hasn't done anything else, but the man is a musical genius. Everything he touches is gold. It makes you happy. I mean, he literally wrote a song about being happy. So I think he knows what he's talking about. Now, Piece by Piece may not have hit big in the theaters, but it's definitely worth checking out, especially on Blu-ray. I really feel that lovers of music and documentaries alike will really enjoy this. I know I did. You guys know that I really like a lot of things, and if they're well made, I will find joy in it. And this one was definitely well made. So I highly recommend you guys checking this out. And because of all of this, I give the movie Piece by Piece a 4 out of 5. And now on to video. As with other Lego movies, Piece by Piece really dazzles us with their vibrant colors. And the great thing about Legos or animation in general, you can really hype up the colors in general. So you're really going to get extremely vibrant and bright pieces while you're watching this, which is really nice to have them stand out that way. Obviously, if you're filming a movie, you can only do so much, even if you are adjusting the tones in post-production. But when things are vibrant in movies, sometimes it tends to seem, I don't know, fake, campy. So another reason that we should be making more Lego style movies is because you can play with these vibrant colors and they don't seem out of place. You have these sharp, very clean animated lines, so everything looks crisp and clear. And again, when you have these primary colors that stand out, yellows, greens, I mean, look, it's just really fun to watch and it keeps you engaged. What I do find amazing is that when you are making Lego movies like this, how easy they make it seem to get emotions on those block characters. You have the winks, the eyebrow movements, the mouths, you know, when they're smiling or when they're sad. Like, you can clearly see what the emotions are on these Legos, which is, I find, really impressive. Sometimes you have more emotion on a Lego figurine than you do on a human being. So, way to go, animators. Dark lines, again, black inky tones, they're not overwhelming and don't deter from the overall brightness and what they're actually trying to do with the video quality. And while most of the characters are very smooth, you can still see a lot of texture and depth in surrounding pieces, like maybe trees or, you know, the ground. Whatever scenes that they're in, the textures work beautifully to really make things stand out, but not outshine the characters that they're trying to show you and do the interview or documentary with. And one thing I really need to point out before we wrap this up is the way, well, first off, they pay extreme attention to detail, because even though it's animation, they're still trying to give it realistic qualities. So for example, you walk up to an elevator and a light hits it just in a way to where you get the shine. They give that to you. So yes, it's not a realistic piece of a building or object, but they try to make it as realistic as possible. And because of all this, I give the video quality a 5 out of 5. And now on to audio. The English Dolby TrueHD 7.1 audio track in this movie excels at handling both dialogue and music, which is very important based on what this movie is actually supposed to be about. The dialogue is clear, centered, well prioritized, which again is very important, especially because the entire movie is about mostly the music of Pharrell, or how he has influenced music. Again, there's other things that are sprinkled into that, but it's really focusing on that. So the track really needs to be clean, clear, and crisp, which it does exactly what it needs to do. The way that they mix this track blends everything beautifully. Nothing is overhyped or too loud, too soft. You're really going to be able to understand everything that's going on. And in all honesty, like I said, the highlight of this is the music. So if you can't get that sound right, what is even the point of watching it? So like I said, they really did a great job in ensuring that everything that needed to be highlighted was done as such. Now, the surround sound actually does help with highlighting these little extra sounds that you would need to kind of fill those voids. And it does a really good job at, even though you're gonna want some soundless pieces, it does a great job in kind of filling those parts to where it's not complete dead silence. And it works. The sound is just perfection on this. What I love about this is, again, the music. So in the beginning, you'll have Stevie Wonder. Again, if you don't know who that is, please, you should. I'm assuming everybody watching this knows who that is. If not, get to Spotify or Apple Music, whatever you listen to, even YouTube. You can probably see some of the videos on there. Brilliant human being. Music, fantastic. But that kind of highlights Pharrell's younger years. And then you also get Gwen Stefani's Holla Back Girl. And that's just a fun song, okay? So again, they really do a great job at picking these particular songs that kind of fit in with the narrative and Pharrell growing up, you know? So whether he worked on the songs or not, they work really well with those scenes. I think something that's especially important to note is that you're going to get these really great throbbing synths. The bass just hits really well. And then you have crisp guitars. You know, hella good. You're going to get a lot of great sounds from these songs, and they turn up the levels just so that they hit perfectly. And again, because this is primarily a documentary about music, it is really important that they feature it properly. Because if you don't have the perfect sounds behind it, it's not going to work. But music isn't the only key piece that is important to this. It's also the sound effects. And one of those sound effects is the Legos clicking together. It sounds exactly what it would sound like when you're playing with them. So I think they did a really great job to ensure that the sounds are as intended. They really sound like the real thing. Now, I could go on and on about the sound, but my words will not do it justice. So I highly recommend that you go and watch piece by piece, because it will definitely immerse you into the movie itself. Not that you'll feel like your own little Lego, but at the end of the day, the music and the sound effects are just fantastic. And because of this, I give the audio a 5 out of 5. And now on to the extras. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in this one. You have one 3-minute special feature or extra, and yeah, it's fun to watch, but I was just extremely disappointed because with the amount of people who showed up for Pharrell because of who he's worked with or, you know, just inspired, there is so much more that they could have given us for this. And yeah, there's no sense in wasting your time like I did with mine. So don't expect any greatness when it comes to special features or extras, because they're just non-existent. Well, except for one, but still, there could have been so many more things that they've added to this, but we just don't get that. So because of this, I'm giving the extras a 1 out of 5. Piece by Piece just offers a fun and creative twist on the typical biopic documentary by using Legos to really reel in the audience. And like I said, this will be fun and entertaining for children and adults alike. And if you are a Pharrell fan, it's great for the kids because you can kind of introduce them more to them. And the boredom will be pretty much non-existent because yes, you're watching a documentary, but it's all Lego animation. So that really takes the boring aspect of a documentary out of it. But look, if the writing's good for a documentary, you don't really need the animation. This just kind of hypes it up a bit more. So again, pretty much any age will really enjoy this documentary. The Blu-ray from Universal looks and I guess feels fantastic. And aside from the lack of extras and only getting that 3-minute behind the scenes footage, it really is something that you want to add to your library, especially if you are a music or Pharrell Williams fan. I honestly think that other celebrities and musicians can take a page from Pharrell's book and think of doing something like this for their own documentaries or, you know, biographical works. I think that it would definitely make things more entertaining, especially now that a majority of us have, you know, the attention span of a gazelle, and we can only focus on things between like 3 minutes or longer, which I apologize in advance for how long my videos have been. Sometimes I'm a little bit of a chatty Cathy and I can't stop. Again, Piece by Piece is a great watch with the overall audio and video quality, especially for a Lego type movie, is top notch. You're gonna get a lot of interesting facts, and you know, it's gonna keep everybody entertained because of how crisp and clear the sound is and how beautiful the video quality is as well. Again, extras, whatever, just move along, don't waste your time. But for the overall experience, I give this a 3.7 out of 5, and I highly recommend it for Pharrell and music fans alike. Even Lego fans have no clue who Pharrell is. Not a huge fan of music, which is very strange, but I mean, there are some people out there that just don't listen to music that much, if at all. It's a Lego movie, so you should own it in your library. Universal's Blu-ray for Piece by Piece is available December 17th, so you can pre-order it online now, or right when it hits, I don't know, what time do stores open anymore? I do so much online shopping, I don't even know what time. Maybe 9 o'clock? You can go to your local store and pick up a copy if you don't want to wait for it to be delivered. Again, I highly recommend to add it to your library. It's just a really fun watch for all, and you definitely will enjoy it. And with that, this concludes my review of the Blu-ray of Piece by Piece. Please be sure to like and subscribe to all of our channels so you never miss out on any entertainment news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!